woke sort of like politics and shit, which is funny because she deserves it probably more out of anybody. But regardless, Paloma Elsa is a refreshing model to see on the runway, I think, in general, especially considering that there aren't many plus size models of her level who are on runways. It kind of just refreshing to see, you know, visually and shit. But the funny thing is, she's lost a bunch of weight. I think she's pulled a Lizzo. So she's a plus size model, but I think in the last few years, or the last couple of months, I don't know if it's Ozempic or her working out, she has lost a bunch of weight. She looks fantastic, don't get me wrong, but I wonder, is she still classed as a plus size model because she's a bit bigger than regular models, but she's not as fat as she used to be? Can she use the moniker of like plus size model to kind of push herself? Has she betrayed curvy models out there? Do people give a fuck? I don't know. But this is a house courtesy of Architectural Digest. Her Brooklyn home is fucking beautiful. Look at this place. This is all from fashion and walking down a runway, by the way. So she fucking won. She fucking won.
Okay.
I hear Bad Bunny. Hello, AD. It's Paloma, Elsesser.
Look at her. Look at how much weight she's lost. I don't think she doesn't even have a belly anymore. Yeah, big up Josie in the stream chat. Ozempic, yeah. Anytime somebody loses weight, the first thing we have to go to is Ozempic. Unfortunately, it's not our fault. We have to. There's too many of these motherfuckers who have all lost weight magically at the same time since this drug has come about. Is it a coincidence? I don't believe in coincidences, and you shouldn't either.
Welcome to my home.
Oh, beautiful kitchen. I don't know if the tiles around this attractive, but it's a lovely house. Oh, I like the size of it, you know. It's not super big, but it's manageable.
Welcome to my living
ceilings.
room.
Wow, look how high the ceilings are. Oh, that is lovely. I love that fucking thing. I love how high the ceilings are. So much light.
I grew up in a house that every single room had multi-functions. Sometimes my mom lived in the living room, and me and my siblings.
Wow, she's tiny, bro. She's lost so much weight. Big up Paloma Elsa. I don't know. I wonder what her comments are saying now, because she's clearly lost a bunch of weight. But I don't know if it's Ozempic, because she doesn't look healthy. She doesn't look like she's got a bobblehead. I wonder if her comments and the fans of hers are pissed, because I'm sure a lot of fat girls probably loved her because she was representing for the fat girls unapologetically and killing it across all the brands. They kind of used her a little bit, you know. She was kind of getting used a little bit to be like, oh look, we do care about real women. Here's Paloma Elsa, you know. And she's kind of, you know, she was big before, she was fat before, but she didn't represent most average women, you know. Just one version of it. And you know, fashion likes to pat themselves on the back for doing the bare minimum. So I wonder what some of her fans think now that she's lost this weight. I wonder what some of her fans think.
To live in the bedroom or whatever it was. So I was very excited for this space to be very intentional. Brooklyn was always for me like the goal in many ways. Firstly, I wanted a multifamily home. I grew up in a multifamily home.
What does that mean, by the way? Multifamily home? Does she mean like her parents living with her? Even the multifunction home thing, aren't all homes multifunction? Or does she mean that some people have properties where the dining room is strictly for dining and the living room is strictly for watching TV? You don't sleep in the living room, you don't dance on a dining room table. Is that what you're trying to say? I don't get the multi living what? Or just use buzzwords?
In Los Angeles. Second was I also grew up in a historically Black neighborhood, and I wanted to be surrounded by the environment that I grew up around.
Ah, okay, be out Coiler. It means you live with your parents. Okay, cool. It's a very trendy way to say I live with my parents. Big up her though, it's a great way to say it. So she purposely bought a house in a Black neighborhood. I like that. That's pretty cool, to be fair. I'm not doing that. I'm definitely not doing that. When I fucking get to a level where I have Paloma Elsa money, I'm going to live with the whites. I'm going to go live somewhere bougie. I want someone with a high fence. I'm keeping all your niggas out. Like, I don't want to be surrounded by no niggas. I grew up in the ends. I grew up in the slums. I've grown up in poverty. I'm currently living right now in one of the poorest boroughs in London. CHCT stand up. I am not living amongst you niggas again. Once I get my money, I'm looking down on you niggas. I'm looking over my fence, over my gate on your niggas. I'm sending my Doberman, my Rottweiler after your niggas, okay? We're not living in no hood. No way.
And third, I just didn't want to see people I worked with every single day of the week, every single hour.
This I agree with. This she has my back. This I got her back, sorry. I got her back on this one. Even though my back's probably bigger than hers now. But I got her back on this. because this is the same reason why I live where I live now at the moment. Obviously, where I live now, the rent is cheaper, so that obviously helps. But because I was so, at the time, when I moved here, I was so plugged into the scene. I was going out all the time. I was DJing all the time. I was working for like Nike, I think at the time. I was doing like loads of fucking freelance design. I was like involved. Going to all the art gallery exhibition things. And I didn't like the fact that my whole life was that. So I wanted to go home and kind of escape from being around people who had like, who were wearing like their... What's that? Whoopsie. That came out of nowhere. Anyway, so I wanted to be away from people who were wearing their trousers rolled up with white socks. I wanted to be away from people who had like their fucking rolled up cigarettes tucked in behind their ears. I wanted to be away from people who were always talking about packets and where to pick up and where to buy fucking drugs. I wanted to be away from people who knew what Vogue.com was. I wanted to be away from people who knew what Dizine was, who read Apartmento magazine. I wanted to be away from those people. I like that separation. So my area is fucked up and it's grimy and it's ghetto, but I do like the fact that I get to kind of like go home and not be around hipsters, not be around cool kids. It's nice, especially for me, because I go out to places where I'm around them a lot. When I go to raves or when I do my techno tourism shit, it is quite nice for the soul to be around, dare I say, normal people, to be around the average Joe, the regular civilians and shit. I do personally like that. I honestly do like that. But hey, what do I know?
I didn't actually ask anyone else to work on this house with me besides Gregory Rockwell and Hester Haughty, who are iconic designers from Gregory Rockwell Interiors. We started off centered around a lot of Italian influence. So there's some old, some new, some contemporary, some different kind of multicultural layers. But ultimately what I love about specifically Milano design is that it's kind of this like kookiness that some people might not like.
I don't personally like it. It looks like it looks like your grandmother's house, right? There's a lot of stuff everywhere. Nothing makes sense. It's all different patterns, different colors, different textures, different shapes, different sizes, different materials, fabrication. I personally don't like it. I know what she's trying to go for because it kind of gives your house like a fake homely feel. That's why people go for it. It kind of gives it this fake warmth, this fake like not even relatability, but it just makes it feel grounded and not brand new, when really everything in there is probably brand new or has been reupholstered and stuff. That's why I don't like it. I would prefer to build my house up brick by brick, piece by piece, space by space, as opposed to like, let's fake make this look like it's been lived in for 100 years when it hasn't really, you know? But hey, what do I know?
But it inserts such a profound joy while remaining really elegant and timeless. This little sofa is a little freaky thing. It's kind of like this like Jetson-y space age shape that we really loved, and then we wanted to cover it in this really elegant camel mohair. And I think it interacts
camel mohair upholstery on your sofa. Yeah, they don't spend a lot of time at home, innit? I'm always sitting on my sofa, lying on it, watching stuff on it, jacking off on it. That sofa would not survive in my presence. Camel mohair. Wow.
perfectly with highlighting this beautiful artwork by my dear friend Eric Mack. I think he does amazing, almost like sculptural text.
Absolutely garbage, by the way. This looks like something that someone would make when they went to Goldsmiths University. Contemporary art is basically like this anyway, right? This patchwork haberdashery, whatever thing this is, this like faux quilted quilt thing. I don't know. This faux patchwork quilt. It's not a quilt. It's just a sheet, and I guess it's been stapled on a canvas. It looks like, right? Who's the artist? Eric Mack. Eric Mack artist. Let's see their work. Eric Mack artist. Let's see. I guess it's more of that sort of stuff, like curtain. Yeah, it must be that. I knew it. I was about to say. I bet it's curtains. I bet it's like sheets hanging across a room. But he's a black artist, so obviously, you know, let's celebrate it and shit. But it's pretty shit, to be fair. This is a piece of artwork, by the way, hanging on a wall. Some sheets that have been strewn across a wall with, like, you know, fishing wire. What the fuck is this? Oh, that's the piece that she has at home, by the way. She has an original piece of this guy's work at home. Fucking hell, big up Paloma Elsa. But yeah, the artwork is absolutely horrendous, though. Pretty garbage, I'm not gonna lie. But hey, big up Paloma Elsa.
Textile layering work. I love that this work is named after his grandmother, Mary. I too am a big fan of my grandmother, and I think it brought a familial and warmth to this room. So one of my favorite pieces in this room is this light fixture. It's literally called Lil Luxury. It's by a German designer named Ingo Mauer. It perfectly hangs under the original crown molding of this house. So it was built in 1905. And it's this beautiful, warm, layered kind of structure. It felt like a really nice accent to its history, but also how it exists today. By the way, like, I hate televisions, and I think that to offset that there's literally a television here, I want to be surrounded by all these beautiful, fun, amazing things like this tiny little Dogen penis. And my particular favorite, an R. Crumb Devil Girl. Look. And welcome to my kitchen. I love this room. It brings me so much joy. So we're very inspired by Milanese and like historic Italian palazzos that often have...
I'm not too sure if I like the tiles around the extractor over the cooker. I feel like that's going to be a lot of cleaning. Don't get me wrong, she's probably not cleaning anything in this house, but I feel like that extractor over the cooker is going to be a bitch to clean. You know what I mean? It's going to be a fucking bitch. Maybe the tiles help because you can just wipe it down, but the discolorization over time is going to be crazy. It's lovely, but I'm not sure if I like it. I'm not sure if it's functional or useful. It does look good though because it covers it, but I'm not sure I like the tiles over the extractor. I'm not going to lie.
Modern kitchens kind of interjected into them. Like, how do we like honor...
Beyond Coiler, not a single egg will be cooked there. Yeah, not one egg will be cracked on that stove. Absolutely zero.
This like a gorgeous molding, but then put this shiny range. My kind of vision of this space was like being able to just kind of crowd around it. Maybe someone could be dancing on it. Maybe there's like spilled sauce or whatever it is. And that's happened a few times. Some say that green marble is a faux pas, but what I think is a faux pas is stripping a house of its history. So I really did want to honor the history of this room while providing it with some...
Yeah, big up Mr. Bob. Exactly, I agree with you, bro. Too much happening in each room, kind of sensory overload. That's the thing. I'm starting to understand way more how people have that sort of thing now, where people are very conscious or sensitive to noise or just sensory overload in general, especially visually. And I think in this particular house, that's the fault and the con of this kind of like Milano aesthetic that she's going for, this Italian aesthetic. It kind of makes your house look very warm and homely and lived in instantly. But then you also have just too much going on in each room because you're trying to do this fake, like, I live here and this is where I spend all my time. When really you're an international model, you're kind of an influencer, you're probably a spokesperson. She's probably flying all around the world most of the time. She probably spends more time in fucking Soho House than she does in her own fucking house. But you want to make your house feel like that. So you just fill every room with things and trinkets and whatever. But then you end up with a room like the kitchen that probably shouldn't have that many things in it, just being a bit too much, you know? The different panels, like marble, the tile, the wood, the silver on the stove, the fridge, the cabinet. It's just, there's too much going on there. Definitely sensory overload.
Beautiful modernity. You know, this already existed. Cool, let's put a pantry that's an aluminum lacquered space with almost these weird Italian perforated vents. Ultimately, what I also love most about this room is the color. It is this kind of citron yellowy green that truly brings so much levity and quiet, despite somebody being like, wow, this is a crazy color. I find it quite muted. This felt like this like genius idea that came into our heads when we were like sitting around talking about perfectly tucking in these like gorgeous walnut stools. It literally hit something within my spirit that I have long since sought to feel again.
I love that.
This is very special to me. It is my great grandmother. This picture is just so special. Can you believe that these things still are around? I think being surrounded by like the strength of like women and the people, my ancestors that come before me. And the hair is just so beautiful and she's so beautiful. And there's a stoicism in her eyes that I feel like reminds me the life that I get to live today is because of all the things that she did. And I need to be reminded of that. Gratitude, people. Let's go into my dining room.
She's just sitting taking a picture. She's not even probably thinking all that. Grandmother wasn't probably thinking all that. Great granny was just sitting there taking a picture. She was probably annoyed that she couldn't go and do her regular chores and tasks. She had a lot of stuff on her plate. Her daily chores were, you know, they're not gonna do themselves. She's probably pissed off she's taking a picture. You know, I'm viewing so much on that picture, but yeah, bless granny.
This is my wonderful dining room.
Jesus
this is
Christ,
actually my favorite room in the house. In the morning, light pours in here that straight up covers me with a sense of serenity that I rarely feel. I think the first thing that we got in here was this beautiful table. It is a vintage Ettore Sotsats table. I think the shape of this table speaks to the shape of this room. I often sit here and do like meetings or talk to friends and just like look out at the trees, look out at my neighbors. But I waited literally 7 months to get these Indian chick blinds, but we were obsessed with having them. There's just a conversation that's happening between this like kind of zany light fixture with blinds with like the light pouring in.
There's a conversation happening between my blinds and the lights. What? What? You mean you hung them and you put the blinds up? There's a conversation happening between them.
And then we're looking to this beautiful artwork by Taylor Simmons that adds the most perfect element in this room because there's always conversation, there's always things happening in this room, but there is deep contemplation that happens for me, right? Like literally right here. Even though, like I said, there's a lot of chat, there's also a lot of thinking, and this work speaks exactly to that.
Too much going on there for me. Not my favorite room of hers.
Okay, well, this is my hallway, and then there's a little secret here, my little Harry Potter moment. We separated the floors of the house. This actually used to be a stair set. And I thought, of course, we need a tiny bathroom. This bathroom makes me like incredibly happy because many people don't know that it exists. You know, if you ever just need to quietly take a moment or sleep like Harry Potter did. Okay, welcome to my bedroom. One big theme that you're gonna notice is
the bedroom's probably the bedroom's probably the favorite place I've seen from hers now so far. But it all doesn't make sense, man. It's all over the place, isn't it? The bedroom doesn't even match the rest of the house. Like if you saw a picture of the bedroom, you wouldn't think the rest of the house was connected to it at all. Very, very, very strange way to do it. But I do like the bedroom. Very nice space. The couch at the end is a cool little addition there. I also like the addition of the carpet. I think I'll do the same thing. I think I'd probably have the rest of the house in wood and then have your bedroom with carpet flooring. It's probably nice for your feet when you wake up in the morning. Or maybe do the opposite and do tiles so that you wake up and the cold on your feet kind of wakes you up and shit. But yeah, I do like this. I do like the size. Nice big bed as well there. Looks like it might be a king size bed. Good wardrobes. Nice light coming in there from the right hand side when you're sleeping, which is nice. Probably you can probably, these are the type of rooms where you probably won't even need an alarm clock. You could probably just leave the curtains, you kind of not have blinds and leave the curtains as they are. And, you know, when the sun rises, you could probably wake up like that, which is probably the better way to wake up. Instead of waking up via alarm, just having the sun kind of wake you up in the morning might be much be a nice feeling. And that radiator is also pretty cool as well.
I'm a big wall-to-wall girly. I lean into what some may consider a faux pas. I say faux yeah. I wanted this room to feel fucking serene. I also spent a lot of time in hotels and everyone goes, your room's like a hotel. And I was like, that's on purpose. There's no television here. There are no clothes in here. It is just quiet. I can't believe I'm letting you guys in here even. This is my pride and joy. This beautiful rattan bed that we found on auction. Sometimes when the light kind of like pours in, you can see all the gorgeous reflection on these like swirls, we'll call it. Really, really fab. I think that sometimes people have these like living room setups in their room and they're like fake. Mine is not. I sit on this sofa constantly talking to my mom or my grandma or talking shit to my friends and my boyfriend. I also love this table so much. It's Roger Capron. He's a French iconic designer. All of these impressions are done with real foliage and leaves, which brings me profound joy. So now we're going to the crown jewel. This is like quite literally where the...
What difference would it make if that foliage was just done by hand and not with a real leaf? Because it looks like they printed it on it or to get that relief. If the person just drew it, what difference would that make?
magic happens for me.
Those things those are really nice. That's really cool on the wall. That's a really cool idea. Like, because I was thinking about that with those Yeezy masks that he did back in the day, for those shows that he was doing, like having like an installation or like a space in your house where you had those on the wall, or maybe you do that sort of thing with like African tribal masks. It's a bit scary, you know, but it actually would look pretty cool, that sort of stuff.
Call out this beautiful sculpture from my friend Alix Vernay. She works in all of these amazing metal castings. It's like so beautiful and stellar the way that she kind of calls on history.
That's probably my favorite piece of art
the modern woman. I very much so identify with the way that she sees the world and sees femininity and how to like honor who we are and who we've been and who we're becoming.
God almighty. What the fuck is that bathroom? She just must love like stuff in it. That's a lot of sensory overload. That bathroom is a lot, bro. Look at the fucking the black and white tiles on the floor. This marble effect all over the sides and the walls. And then the mirrors that have like the mirrored walls that have splits in between them. God damn it. That is a very that's a lot, man. I don't know what the fuck is going on there. That's a lot. I wonder why she did it like that. It looks like it looks like a bathroom from like an old people's home, or like from a former salon or something. Maybe it was like a bar. You know? No, like a salon, yeah. Like an old man hairdressers. You know, like every place has got those hairdressers where it's old men cutting hair. It looks like something like that. It looks so weird. So much stuff going on there, man.
Now this is my beloved bathroom.
Okay.
It makes my life heaven knowing that I get to shower and brush my teeth and pop my pimples in a room that looks like this. Italian marble, obviously. I grew up in a house with 1.5 bathrooms where there was definitely not a stool or a seat. When I take a shower, I look and I sit on this bench and I think that like, I'm okay today. And I think that's really awesome.
What's with this addition of like sitting down in showers, by the way? I've seen a lot of this. I've seen a lot of people have like these showers that have like little benches in it. What's this all about? Is this like an American thing? Is this like a rich guy thing? Why would you want to sit in a shower? Don't you want to just shower and get the fuck out? Why do you like? I get contemplating in there, but standing and washing is not that bad. Like, why do you need to sit down? You're sitting down the entire time you're awake. You're at work, you're sitting down. You're on public transport, you're sitting down. You're driving, Do you need to sit down in the shower? Is life that hard that you need a chair in the shower to sit down? Or is it like a sex toy? Like you're meant to fuck on it? Like I don't understand why people have benches in a shower. Because it's not a steam room, right? It's not a sauna. Or maybe that's why you're using it. Maybe it's like a faux sauna thing. Okay, cool. Big up Josie. It's a girl thing. We got a lot of things to do. Okay, cool. Okay, that explains it. Yeah, maybe it's more of a girl thing. But I feel like I've seen it a lot. I feel like I've seen a lot of rich people that have like showers that have a bench in it, like a walk-in shower that has a bench. I feel like I've seen loads more of it in recent years. And it's not something you see ever in the UK or in Europe. People with a shower that has like a bench, a little stool you can sit on. I guess it's nice as a lady, but It's a walk-in wardrobe, right?
Some might say this is actually where the magic happens. It is more where my absolute meltdowns happen. This is my closet. This is like my dream closet. Like, dude, I have like lights in here for my shoes. This is my boyfriend's shoes. But when we thought about this room, we really had to create serenity, enclosure, and quiet. I think that I needed there to be a moment of like reprieve and breath.
This is quiet to
Sometimes
her,
I
you know?
just plop down.
This is quiet. All these cabinets of all these different rims or different edges, the different upholstery on the benches, the carpets with the patterns. This to her is a quiet space. The knobs on the door handle that clearly look like they are like a mixture of like glass and some sort of enamel or some sort of gold foil. There's a lot going on in this room already, but this is a quiet room. So I guess she just likes stuff.
Down on this beautiful wall-to-wall
Jesus Christ,
carpeting
so much going on
and
here.
think, why do I have so many fucking clothes? But I still get to do it in a beautiful room. So yeah, this is like my gorgeous dressing room. There's another one, but we don't have to tell anybody, but it's fine, it's fine, it's fine.
Another room, what's this, a study? Oh, that's nice. I like that room. That's a nice
This
room.
is my
Fucking
media
hell.
room, which is absolutely
Still a lot
insane to
going on
say
there,
in my
isn't it? It's a
mind.
nice room, but
Like
it's
a
a lot
media
going on
room.
there.
I don't even think I grew up with like a television. This room is obviously anchored with this gorgeous tiger sofa that we custom built and upholstered.
This house
with
is made to look good on Instagram and social media. I think day to day, it'd fucking drive me nuts. It probably looks amazing in pictures. I think if I actually check the article here, courtesy of Architectural Digest, I bet you this place looks amazing. Yeah, see? This place looks phenomenal in pictures. Like, she looks fantastic here, right? But I think day to day, this place will drive me fucking nuts, in the words of Brendan Shaw. But it does look beautiful in pictures. It looks very cool, very hip, you know? It does look very, very, very cool. Even that shitty artwork piece that she's got on the wall here looks really nice in this picture here, with the speakers in the background behind the couch and shit. Like, it definitely looks amazing in pictures, but when you see it actually in motion, in situ, it like that's actually a really cool feature, by the way. I love this center kitchen console she's got, where the chairs tuck in. They're like invisible, you can't really see them, so they kind of tuck in there. That's really cool. And I also like the idea of people sitting around here and eating and shit during the morning. Breakfast and shit before work is pretty cool. Even this entertainment room that looks, you know, really, really, really horrendous on the video, it looks really a lot better on the pictures itself. So yeah, I think this place definitely looks better on pictures than it does when you're there in video form. It looks like, because there's a lot going on in this house, man. It's, for me, too much going on. Even the little bathroom underneath the fucking staircase, it's just like it's just a lot. It's just unnecessarily so much going on there. That fridge is pretty nice though. That fridge design is really fucking cool. I'm sure that's a fridge, right? Rockwell and Hod clad refrigerator with aluminium veneer. Yeah, that fridge is pretty cool. That design of the fridge is really fucking nice. Look at this room. Is this like a room in the attic? Why is this room like this? Look at the fucking wallpaper. Look at the bed. There's like 17 patterns. Fucking hell, bro. I'd have nightmares in that room if I was sleeping in there as a kid. Jesus Christ. Yeah, just too much going on there for me. Big up Paloma Elsa though. Amazing to see what you can achieve by walking down a runway, you know, being a little bit chubby. And now she's not so chubby. So I wonder what the fact have to say about her. I wonder what they're saying. I wonder what they're saying on the internet about her losing a lot of weight, but also still keeping the monies. Big up Paloma Elsa. Big up blood clot Paloma Elsa. You love to see it. You fucking love to see it.